What is going on, everybody? It is me again. It's HorrorFan34, and welcome to another video. And welcome to a very special video. Happy Thanksgiving to all you guys out there. Hope you guys are enjoying your Thanksgiving with your family and eating all your turkey, your ham, or stuffing, whatever you eat for Thanksgiving, things like that. So hope you guys are having a great day out there and things like that. But I figured I'd get on here because I figured I'd show you guys, or well, not even just show, but like share with you guys my top 10 favorite Thanksgiving movies. And this was a really hard list to make because if you really think about it, there aren't really too many films that really take place on Thanksgiving or around Thanksgiving. So I really had to really think about the list. Like my top two ones were pretty easy. Then I kind of had to look for other ones here and there. So I figured I'd show you, or tell you guys and share with you. I only have two of them actually on Blu-ray or DVD. I got to get the other ones at some point. But anyways, let's get right to the list, and I hope you guys enjoy my top 10 favorite Thanksgiving movies. Number 10 is The Ice Storm. I almost forgot this film took place around Thanksgiving in the 70s. But I'd say it's not really a happy film to watch. It's a really depressing movie. But if you really want a good drama film, I definitely recommend this one. It's about like two families and the tumultuous things that go on during the Thanksgiving break and things like that. It's got a really good cast. You have Kevin Kline, you have Joan Allen from Manhunter, you have Christina Ricci, you have a very young Tobey Maguire, Elijah Wood, Sigourney Weaver. You have a hell of a cast of people. It's a really good film, too. It's a really good drama. Everybody in the cast does a great job, especially Tobey Maguire gives a really good performance. And it's really hard to explain the film without spoiling anything, but just look up the plot and you'll see what it's about. But if you really want a good drama film, I recommend The Ice Storm. Number 9 is Scent of a Woman. Awesome flick with Al Pacino and Chris O'Donnell. Directed by Martin Brest, same guy that did Beverly Hills Cop, Midnight Run, things like that. I think everybody pretty much knows Scent of a Woman. I mean, it's one of Pacino's best films, in my opinion. Definitely, probably Chris O'Donnell's best film, in my opinion, as well. I mean, it's a really good flick. I don't want to spoil too much about Scent of a Woman, but it's a good one, though. Number 8, this is a special I've watched ever since I was a kid, A Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. I've watched this special ever since I was a kid, and I still love it to this day. I mean, what more can you say about Charlie Brown that hasn't been said before? Number 7, this is a film I never even knew took place around the Thanksgiving holiday, but it actually does, and it's a really underrated comedy, Down and Out in Beverly Hills. This is a really good flick here. Actually, I think the only film that Disney produced that was R-rated, because I know Disney produced the film. But it's basically, it's about Nick Nolte's character, who's a homeless guy, who's a bum. And he tries to drown himself into the swimming pool of this rich couple's home, played by Bette Midler and Richard Dreyfuss. And Richard Dreyfuss goes in there and saves him. And then they let Nick Nolte's character live with them. And when he's living with them, he starts turning his life around. And things are looking up for him. It's a really, really good movie. Really funny. I think the three actors do a good job. Number 6, a really fun comedy film, Dutch. For some reason, this film is really, really, really rare to find and out of print. I mean, the Blu-ray goes for almost $200, which is insane. But it's a really fun movie with Ed O'Neill. Basically, Ed O'Neill's character is seeing this woman, and her son is a real pain in the ass, and he won't come home for the Thanksgiving holiday. So Ed O'Neill offers to go on a road trip to pick the kid up, and when he picks the kid up and they're trying to get back home, and all these problems are happening, like they run out of money and the car problems. It's a really fun kind of like road movie, kind of mixed with like, in a way, sort of like Tommy Boy, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, kind of like plot. But I think Ed O'Neill was really funny. You also have, I think it's directed by the same guy that did Crocodile Dundee, I believe. Peter Feynman or something like that. And I really like, and I know some people think the kid might be annoying, but I thought the kid was actually pretty funny. But Ed O'Neill, in my opinion, is the highlight of the film. If you really want a fun like road movie, and you like Ed O'Neill from Married with Children, I recommend Dutch. And it's actually written and produced by John Hughes. Number 5, my favorite horror film that takes place around Thanksgiving, Blood Rage. This is a really great slasher from the 80s. Now, the story of this film is that you have these two twins, seemingly like nice twins, like nice people, and one of them kills someone with an axe, and the one gets blamed for it and he gets sent to a mental asylum, and the other twin gets set free. And then it's a decade later, it's Thanksgiving, and then that twin who was framed broke out of the mental asylum and starts going on a killing spree. And it's like this whole twist of like, is he really the twin that was set free? Is this all in his head? Is this actually like the guy that went nuts? It's got a really pretty good twist in there as well. And if you really want a good horror film for Thanksgiving, I think that's the best one to go out and watch, Blood Rage. Number 4, of course, is Rocky. I mean, what more can I say about Rocky that hasn't been said before? Me and the Movie Busters and Julie did an entire live stream on the first 4 Rocky films where we covered the first Rocky film. I mean, just go and watch that if you want to hear our thoughts on the film. But, I mean, what more can you say about Rocky? Number 3, my favorite Pauly Shore film, Son-in-Law. I absolutely love this film a lot. Really fun comedy. Pauly Shore is brought home by Carla Gugino, who they're friends. How many fucking times is this camera gonna fuck up on me? For the love of God. I swear to God, when the camera froze, like my eyes were closed and my mouth was like, it looked like I was taking a fucking shit. I swear to God, like that's what my face looked like when it froze. But anyways, enough of that. There was too much info. But let's continue on from what I was saying about Son-in-Law. So Son-in-Law is Pauly Shore Carla Gugino is a girl who meets Pauly Shore's character, and they become friends, and she brings him home for Thanksgiving to meet her family on the farm. And at the first, family doesn't really doesn't really like him that much, but they eventually start to warm up to him because he starts helping them out. And on top of that too, Pauly Shore's character really is a really likable guy. Like, Carla Gugino's character of Rebecca, she's kind of like this girl in the beginning who's shy, and then Pauly Shore's character makes her fit in more where he's at, and makes her come out of her shell and things like that. So he's a good guy, like really good guy. And it's a really good cast too, besides Pauly Shore and Rebecca and Carla Gugino. But you also have, for the family members, you have Lane Smith, Coach Riley from the Mighty Ducks, and Red Dawn, and Perry White on the Lois and Clark TV show. You have Mason Adams from, I think, FX. You also have Cindy Pickett as the mom, Ferris's mom from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. She's in there. Dennis Berkeley from Beyond the Law. He's one of the guys who works for Lane Smith. Carla Gugino's younger brother is Patrick Renna, Ham from The Sandlot. You also have Tiffany Amber Thiessen from Saved by the Bell in there as well. So really good cast of people. And overall, really fun comedy. Pauly Shore I thought was really funny. Now we're getting on to my top 2 favorite Thanksgiving films. Number 2 is Survive the Night. I talked about this film many times before. But really great TV movie that takes place on Thanksgiving. These 3 women are on their way home from Thanksgiving dinner. They run out of gas on a street gang's turf, and the gang starts to chase them throughout the night on foot. I mean, I reviewed this film before, so if you want to see more of a detailed review of this film, definitely just go check out my review for that. But I absolutely love that one. Had to put that on there. And of course, my number 1 favorite Thanksgiving film is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. So, I mean, what more can I say? It's my favorite Steve Martin film, John Candy film, my favorite John Hughes film. It's a really funny movie, has a good heart to it. I love the part when Steve Martin is telling this guy off, and the guy punches him in the face, and John Candy says, help him up, and he grabs Steve Martin by his balls. And, John Candy's like, they're in the car, and John Candy's like, you play with your balls a lot, and Steve Martin's like, I do not play with my balls a lot. Of course, the whole scene where John Candy's driving the wrong way, they go between the two semi trucks. The ticket counter lady, Edie McClurk, when he tells her off because of the rental car. But it has a really great ending. It's got a good heart. It's funny. I mean, it's a masterpiece in my opinion. So that's pretty much it for my top 10 favorite films for Thanksgiving. So hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.